And we are live. Okay, are you guys doing the silent game again? Okay, I know you can hear me because I just heard some. I heard somebody's. I heard somebody's microphone go live for a moment.
Can't hear you, not at all.
No, I was actually Alicorn too.
Really?
So I want to point out that was not
muted.
coordinated whatsoever.
I was muted though, so that.
I heard a click, so. And you guys wonder why I put you in hell. I mean,
This is the result of you putting us in hell.
Well, to be fair, usually I have to blame you for us being late, but tonight it's mostly my fault.
well,
So.
it's mostly the technical issues, but we're here. We didn't forget about you guys. I don't know how we can. We love you guys. How was your guys this week?
It was fun.
Interesting and tiring.
That was cool. I was officiating for the First Tech Challenge league league competition this Saturday for Midwestern area in Oregon. So I basically got to watch a bunch of really smart and cool kids make insanely creative robots that did super cool stuff. So that was my Saturday. That was totally fun.
Nice.
Sounds pretty awesome, actually.
It's always a fun time with robots.
Heck yeah, man.
Anyone?
My week was a week.
Your week was a week?
It was a week.
Mine wasn't too bad. It was full of work. I'm a little exhausted today because yesterday at about midnight, I guess it would be night before last, at about midnight, we had somebody that was supposed to cover a 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. shift have to duck out because they got pneumonia.
Oh, fun.
And I hate myself, so I said I'd take that shift in addition to my regular shift.
You mean
So-
you like money?
Yeah,
Totally double.
but I mean, I'm usually asleep at that time or going to sleep at that time. So I had like 3 hours of sleep yesterday and worked a double shift, and I'm just dead.
Nah, that's what
He
you.
was still
That's
awake.
that's why you just like inject Monster into your veins and you're fine.
I've been drinking coffee nonstop.
I can't remember the last time I did a third shift.
He was still awake when I was getting up to go to work.
Like, I've only ever done I've only ever done third shift if I absolutely had to.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really want to, but nobody else could cover it, and I don't mind the work itself. It's a good job. So
I ended up getting Monster Hunter last night. I know I said I was gonna be strong and not get it, but I
Not my
caved.
fault.
I caved the peer pressure and ended up getting it.
He was,
He
about
was
as
addicting.
not
strong,
wanted in the first place.
he was about as strong as wet tissue paper. so-
Oh yeah, yeah. My wisdom saves only last so long.
Well, I just bought 5,000 tickets in the giveaway on Hunter Stream yesterday, so.
Yeah, I saw Spooner bought it, like right before we went live. He said he bought it, so
Yep.
Jeez.
like I will say I do not regret the purchase. I played it for about like 4 or 5 hours today on stream. Loved the entire time.
Yeah,
it is
dude.
amazing.
I thought you broke night because you were up kind of late last
No,
night.
I was up till 5 a.m.
And then okay. So then you almost got no sleep.
I'm normally up till 5 a.m. anyway, so.
Because when I got up, I'm like, oh, it's like let me
So
like
normally when I'm up till 5 a.m., I'm planning things.
Yeah, right.
So you guys have some fun in store for you because I've been struck by a numerous bolts of inspiration here.
Yeah,
I
it's
am
like-
both
book to the
excited
head.
and terrified.
You mean last week wasn't fun when I was about to fucking die?
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
that was
you
a
weren't
great time.
you weren't the one who
Yes,
took a
yes.
bath in hellfire.
You didn't see his tweet this morning with the pic he freaking uploaded? Sure.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, that wasn't that this morning. That was like an hour ago.
whatever, dude. It's like it's bad enough, you know.
Hey.
I know it's in that book, man.
I need this. I need the stats for a couple spells, and I needed this. I needed the layout of the hells. Okay.
Right. I would have just told you. I still have about 80% of that stuff memorized.
Yeah, but see, I want it to be a surprise because I'm making renovations.
Yeah.
But let's just get this.
Are you
What's
gonna
that?
knock out this wall and make it an open floor plan?
Yeah, but instead of an open floor, make it like a pool of lava with like a 12-headed dragon or something like that.
Oh yeah, that works too. That works.
But yeah, let's jump into this game. Who wants a little bit of inspiration to go over what happened the last time we played?
You know, I have 4 points of inspiration that I just can't find time to use, so I'll pass.
Wait, how do you guys have 4 points of inspiration? It goes away after a long rest.
Yeah, it goes away.
Really?
After.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. I thought it'd stick around.
From one session to the next, it goes bye-bye. Gotta use
My bad.
I think I did it last week, so not it.
I can volunteer for this. I think I remember mostly what happened. It was just a nice stroll through the island jungles for a while, right up until we kind of got to the edge of a satyr's territory, at which point Necrath was charmed by its music and strolled right over to it, which was kind of out of view of the rest of us. And after botching 3 saves, he finally made a success on one. And instead of running away or trying to talk to the thing, he decided to throw a fire ray, was it, at its flute, which naturally didn't end very well. It got a little angry, threw some dirt at us, and Necrath tried to make a getaway on Luxana's griffin, but the earth that it threw happened to hit it, and they both went over the edge of a cliff. And it was a very dramatic and very humorous fall, as Necrath tried to leap off of it, being all dexterous and fancy, and got his foot caught in one of the stirrups or whatever they're called. And Luxana had to dive over the edge and try and save them, which she did sort of. I mean, she made the griffin go away, so the griffin was okay. And I think she dimension doored over to Necrath to help him, because no matter what he did, he couldn't right himself. And when he tried, he just smacked his head on the rocks of the cliff, which again didn't end well for him. I tried to reason with the satyr, which, you'd think druid, satyr, they at least have some sort of communication. No, the satyr was an asshole. It was just straight up an asshole. The only language it spoke was booze, so naturally Cassius pointed it to Ichirai. And they had a little conversation, and it guaranteed us passage to the next area of the island. We took a rest in Luxana's magical mansion, at which point Elric read the Book of Pure Evil or whatever it was that he has.
The book of one of was it one of 6 books of forbidden knowledge?
6, yes, I've
that
got
he has.
5
Yeah.
more.
And it told him about an item, a very powerful magical item, that he would have to defeat a monster to claim. And of course, naturally, I can't blame him for this. I'd have probably done the same thing. He basically told everyone, we're doing this whether you want to or not. And
To be fair, I did fail a wisdom save. I was compelled to do it.
True. That is true. So we prepared for that fight, went into it, and it was basically like a skeletal beholder, which was a good fight. Luxana almost got disintegrated. Beauregard saved the day several times. We defeated the monster. Elric got his item, and now here we are.
Yeah. And I said it at the end of the stream, but the only reason why you guys are able to kill it was because Elric turned Beauregard into a T-Rex and won the favor of the crowd.
Yep.
Because the crowd was regenerating it every turn by cheering for it.
Well, the crowd started rooting for Beauregard when he was taking all the disintegration beams for me like a fucking boss.
Bullshit.
I've got to ask, would it have been possible to just burn through its HP even with the crowd?
No.
Okay.
You had to pander to the audience in order to win, just like a gladiatorial fight.
Are you not entertained?
The crowd was the way to win.
A classic.
But yeah, and then you guys found yourselves standing out on that stone path again. Luxana's loot is now signed, leaning up against still leaning up against the tree where she left it. But you guys all had the effect of a full rest. Your hit points are back and everything like that. The only thing that you carry with you is now the mental trauma of that forbidden knowledge fight.
I'll add it to the pile.
Elric now has a shiny magical ring that once a day he may use to fire a random eye beam from a beholder through its focus.
That's awesome.
Yep. And here you guys are on your and Luxana is a chocolate maker now. This is true. And she told me what she's planning on doing with it, and I think it's absolutely hilarious and wonderful.
It's gonna be great.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and guess she's gonna make chocolate.
She's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
she's gonna be
Spoilers.
She's gonna be the female dragonkin version of Willy Wonka.
More or less.
For some reason, she's
What will
kidnapping
be
the
the
gnomes
photo
and
of
painting them orange.
I know, right? I'm waiting for her to tell us.
Hey,
this
no, look, I don't have to kidnap them, okay? My charisma is high enough, I could just make them follow me.
Yeah, probably wouldn't last long.
So, you guys were right. You guys came to another set of stairs leading up higher onto this mountain. These stairs, unlike the other ones that seem to be like precise cut and laid stone, are made entirely of bone.
I like this.
Not ominous at all.
And you
like,
can feel
like single bone or a bunch of bones.
like a bunch of bones melded together to form blocks.
Right.
And you can feel this slight chill coming down to meet you at the landing of these steps higher above.
Well,
Just wanna
this seems
say bones are
perfectly
a
safe.
bad idea. They break too easily. Not structurally sound.
There's a forklift somewhere.
What's the chill that's coming towards us?
It's cold.
Just cold?
A very uncomfortable cold.
Okay. Does it feel necrotic?
No, it feels like ice.
Okay.
Well, Cassius likes cold and he likes uncomfortable, so it sounds like home to him.
Cold and uncomfortable? Must be a Tuesday.
Exactly.
Well, onwards and upwards.
All right. This is important. I need to know marching order.
First.
Okay. Nakrath is
I'll
taking
be-
the lead.
I'll be second, and just get him being first, and I can keep an eye on him.
I'll go ahead and be third.
All right.
And I think Cassius would be walking beside Luxana again.
Luxana's on the griffin. So,
Walking beside the griffin then.
there you go.
So,
Okay.
so here's the question: is Luxana riding side saddle, or is she just like, fuck it? I'm just a full bore barrel rider.
Oh no, she's definitely a battle rider because her armor is still enchanted, I imagine. So
Uh-huh.
she would just kind of like make herself look like a Viking on this valiant,
Nice.
just hanging out like I'm fucking badass and I'm all grown up now too.
I can just imagine you with like Valkyrie with the weird freaking bras and the helmet and the freaking battle axe. Just the music in the background.
No helmet. I don't want it covering up my hair. Okay, my hair's
my
fine.
bad.
All right. So Nekrath, since you are always the fearless leader walking up into danger, as
Quick
you're
question:
yes,
fearless or stupid?
is there a difference?
So,
As you begin to walk up these steps, every step seems to make the air around you that much more brisk. And as you begin to climb up higher and higher, you begin to actually feel like solid shards of ice, like not really slamming into your skin, but like like you're walking through it and they're just hanging in midair.
So there's floating ice?
Yeah. There is ice suspended in the air as you begin to ascend higher up on these steps.
So, whose ex-girlfriend lives here again?
Wow.
Well, if it's to be believed, it's Timothy's.
I'm putting on my winter gear.
Okay, are you stopping to do that?
If it's getting significantly colder, the more we walk up the stairway, yeah.
Okay.
I'm putting on my winter gear.
All right. Is anyone else stopping with Azarin to dress a little bit warmer?
I'll stop with him, but I don't really need to dress any warmer. Cassius actually has a little bit of a smile on his face for once. Just makes him think of home.
He's like at home. It's like you've been in a desert and in like temperate jungles and swamps, never in like a cold area.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we were in those
were.
mountains once for like half a day, and that was it. I need
we were
more
in a cold
snow.
area. We had like bears lobbed at us. We felt some cold.
There were
Actually,
so
I'm
many
sorry.
bears flying through the air that I
Cassius
didn't
had
really have the
bears
chance
to
to
go
admire it.
The rest of us were okay with the bears.
All right. So as you take a short stop to rest, well, not really rest, but to change into something a little more warm, can each of you give me dexterity saving throws?
Oh god dang.
It's starting early, ain't we?
Oh, we are indeed starting early.
Want one for the griffin too?
Yes, and I need. Let's see, Fox, Groudon, Alicorn, Tiny. Where is our monk?
Give me a second. You want dexterity, correct?
Dexterity,
Monk
yes.
should be fine.
Okay, so Elric, Ichirai, and the Griffin are fine. Cassius, Nekrath, and Luxana. As you are like waiting for everyone else to fully just to like finish getting ready for that winter climb, everyone sees these skeletal hands jut out from the side of the side of the mountain and just push the three of them off the side.
That's
Oh.
rude.
It's extremely rude.
Luxana, you are pushed off of the griffin as the griffin is able to like resist the hand that pushed it. Can I get you can give me athletics or acrobatics rolls.
Okie dokie.
Oh, Luxana.
Why? No, like that's so bad because I have a +8. I am proficient if that matters.
Are you sure about that?
Not anymore.
Okay, so
Wait. She has inspiration. Oh no, that's
no,
Cassius
she
has
doesn't.
inspiration.
Cassius has
Ah,
inspiration.
That's right.
Cassius has inspiration.
He could use his on her.
Well,
So-
I mean, I actually am proficient though. That's funny.
That isn't how it actually works. That's just something
Yeah.
we do on the Sunday game.
Yep.
Oh,
Imp does it differently than Rojan does.
oh.
So you guys stumble a little bit and you go off the edge. Both Cassius and Nekrath are able to grab onto the side, but falling from her griffin, Luxana like bonks her head coming down, and she unconsciously just rolls off the edge.
So, since I was able to grab on and stop myself, could I use that leverage to kind of propel myself down towards her, using my wings to kind of guide myself to her?
Yeah, we can do that. Seeing as how you technically don't feel any of the negative effects of the cold, go right ahead and give me let's do
athletics again.
Yeah, go ahead and do athletics to grab a hold of her.
Ooh, that 6 is not going to do it.
Okay, so you fly down and you think you got her, and you start like bungling her like you're a baseball. As she like just tumbles through your arms and starts going down, and you see that she like disappears into like the mist below.
Well, I'm gonna continue chasing her. I missed, but I'm gonna keep at it.
Okay. Necrath, what are you doing at the moment, seeing as how you are hanging off the side?
Oh, I am. I'm like, huh. Well, I saw them fall off. I'll just get up.
Okay, give me a strength check to pull yourself up. Okay. You're able to pull yourself up just fine. Elric and Ichirai being the other two that were able to make their saves. What are you doing?
Put an eye out for more skeletal hands. No way I'm following everyone.
Just fucking crazy. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's like this just happened. It's like, I'm trying to figure it. All right, I'm gonna try and see if I can get down to Luxana, because I know she can dimension door. So at least if I can stop her from tumbling out of control.
All right, so
she can do what she did the last time.
Going down, give me a perception check as you dive down into the mist.
All right.
Okay, you dive down in the mist and you see like Cassius in just a dead like dive towards Luxana's unconscious body as she's like falling ever closer, and you see like probably about 20 feet or so below her is just this bed of like jagged rocks.
Oh,
so do I actually have a beat on her? Can I see her myself?
You can see her yourself.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna bypass the check here and just hidden path basically right on top of her so I can grab her.
Okay. So pop, you're right on top of her.
Just kind of wrap her up with my arms and then try and stop the descent so I can start heading back up.
Okay, since you're right on top of her, you can grab her. Give me a dex check to stop.
Oh,
to
boy.
hit those brakes.
Before I roll that check, I'm gonna say I'm twisting myself so my back is to the ground.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay, so you're putting yourself between the rocks and Luxana.
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, you're like, you see Cassius begin to like, he grabs her and he twists himself, and you can see that he's trying to use his wings as a buffer to like stop himself, but he's falling a bit too fast. Is there anything you can do, Ichirai?
Well, I can fly at 50, so my double movement's 100. And if I bonus action dash, I can go 200. So can I technically...
Technically, yes, you can.
Okay, so all right, so I can... So basically, like, super monk, like, slow-mo dash speed, I like fly down to where they are, and I'm like, ah, crap, this mess again. So I'm gonna fly underneath them, so I have hopefully a better chance to not like knock my arms out of socket again.
Okay. So you put yourself between Cassius and the rocks, you've got probably about like a 5 to 10 foot buffer of space to stop him before you all go crashing down.
Alrighty. Give me one quick second here. Let me just check something out. Let's see.
I'm going to need a strength check from you.
I know you are. I'd rather give you an athletics check, but I know you're gonna make me do a strength check.
I'll let you do athletics. It's strength anyway.
So let's see. Double. Alright, so.
I honestly did not expect Luxana to botch the save.
Alrighty. So I have athlete.
Okay.
So can I possibly get a because this is what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
So I gotta stop him. And my dex, like if my dex isn't gonna be good enough to stop him, I know it's gotta be a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
But since I have the athlete feat, I want to try and do something stupid.
What does the athlete feat give you?
It gives me bonus to my jump. So what I want to try and do is
sell it to me here. Sell it to me here.
So I also have the monk ability, where I can step into the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And it lets me do my disengage dash, or my jump distance is doubled for the turn. And my athlete already lets me extend my jump distance. So what I'm technically trying to do is I'm trying to basically pump my ki into like I'm trying to remember what the move is, but it's an aviation move where they basically go full flap. and it's like just an air brake.
Okay.
So I'm hoping I can get advantage on my athletics check for that if I can time it correctly. And I'm taking the point of key off right now, regardless of.
You're using so you're gonna use the key to try to air brake yourself.
Yep. I'm trying to combine my step into the wind with my athlete feat to try and air brake myself and these two bows.
Okay. You know what?
Into the jagged rocks.
I'll give it to you. I like that. I like the way you describe it. So the way I can see it is like you just like Ichirai like channels his ki to like the soles of his feet to like form some sort of buffer. And the moment Cassius collides into him, it begins to drive you down, but the key is like lowers you down safely into the jagged rocks.
So now I missed the entire thing. I'm just unconscious.
You are unconscious in Cassius's arms. And Cassius feels himself slam into something, but he doesn't feel any of like the pain or like the hot sensation of running blood or anything. He just hears an oof as his like large dragonborn frame just slams into something behind him.
And naturally, I'll kind of look down to see what the hell just happened.
And when you look down, you notice that you're kind of like in a pyramid now. You're holding Luxana, and Ichirai is holding you. And you are now like safely standing in just this deadly bed of jagged rocks.
Yeah, I'm like Jackie Chan, you know, spread eagle over jagged rocks, holding you and Luxana. And I'm like,
are you cradling him like a baby?
I'm like, you know, little help here. Little help.
With a focus still on getting Luxana back to safety, I'll just kind of look down at Ichirai and just give him a slight nod and say, appreciated, and kind of extend my wings and start to make my way upwards.
Okay. Ichirai, I will give you a point of inspiration for that creative use of your feats.
Snake.
Your literal feet.
Yes.
Well, your athlete's foot saved us, so
Yep.
That's too funny.
then at least somebody is useful.
I mean, I could have just let you fall.
I'm
Damn.
talking about the craft, Fox, so shh. But guilty do speak out first, so.
Well, you're just blaming me all the time, so naturally I assume.
So you guys, it's like a few minutes pass, and the three of you ascend back onto the steps. Elric's staring intently at the wall, making sure no other hands come out. Nakrath kind of like still looking over the edge, trying to find you guys.
I hope something pushes the craft right now.
Well, you're there in the perfect position to do that.
Like when we land.
Don't you still want to kill him?
Like when we land safely, I like totally take a shot. I'm just like just tired of this nonsense. I'm just like I don't even pour it. I just take a swig out the jug.
You just uncork it and just take a huge swig.
Just uncork it and just take a swig. And just like I'm done.
All right, and it's about that time that's Luxana slowly starts coming to. Your head sort of throbbing from the impact it made when it hit the ground.
All right. Well, that was fun. Let's not do that again.
I agree. Let's not.
All right, Luxana. Oh, you said that your Viking armor now has fur. Okay.
Yep.
All right. The rest of the way up the path, aside from some laughing that you hear echoing along the pass, is pretty much uneventful. And when you get up to the top landing of this new area, you can see that it's entirely encased in a blanket of thick fog. And
That's unfortunate.
there is just this unearthly chill coming from the entirety of the area. Though you can hear what sounds like either a bog or a swamp inside, resting inside of this fog, along with some very active wildlife.
Right, so who's got the best lungs? Because it's time to huff and puff.
I was just looking through my spells to see if I had any of those wind ones anymore.
Yeah, if at the moment you can maybe see about 5 feet in front of you.
Does my glowing stone penetrate the fog?
The glowing stone?
Yeah, like that weird. I want to say it's a gem of brightness, but you never told me.
Is that the necklace or?
No, I don't have a necklace. It's a glowing stone I got from one of the adventure days. But it glows. It glows like you explained it like it glows like a continual light.
Stone. Oh no! This doesn't blow the fog away. It just acts as like a sort of like a portable torch.
Okay. All right. So it is a continual light stone.
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping because if it was actually a gem of brightness, then it would act more like a lighthouse.
No, this is just like you're like a little handheld flashlight style thing.
Okay.
What about my shimmer skin? Or would I just be like a little beacon so everybody can see where I am?
You're kind of like going off like a disco ball right now. with the combined moisture and ice in the air, it's kind of reflecting off of you. So
I'm beautiful.
It's like every time you move, you're just getting shimmers off of you. But it doesn't seem like it will anybody who isn't within 5 feet of you are going to be able to see you.
Okay.
It's like trying to use regular headlights in the fog.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
It just gets blanketed out.
So, any ideas, people? Kinda risky to go through an area if we can't see shit.
Well, my immediate suggestion is for us to get out our rope and tie ourselves together, so we don't get lost.
Very good suggestion, actually. Could have also helped when we're walking up a cliff.
No, that's bad because we don't have mining like equipment, which means when one person goes, there's nothing to stop it from. There's nothing
but
stopping them from
all
taking
of
the rest of us.
pretty much all of us have the capability of flight. All it
Yeah.
takes is for most of us to start flying, and then one person falling stops.
But yeah, that's Ichirai's suggestion that we tether ourselves and then go slowly.
I'll second
Yeah.
that.
While we're doing that, I'm also going to expend 3 charges of my staff here to use Speak with Plants to get like a general layout of the area, what's in the area, what can we expect type of thing.
Okay, so you get a few like quick mental images flashing through your mind from the earth around you, and you could see just this twisted, absolutely evil looking bog that covers the entirety of this floor of the mountain, and you see spike traps and just these monstrous creatures roaming through the shadows. There are like steam vents coming from the ground that seem to like melt the bone off of anything they touch. Off the far part of this part of the land is this immense white dragon who is currently sleeping. You do see a large shack to the west, and it looks like from the lights inside, it looks like somebody is currently home.
So I'll kind of relay the layout to everyone and suggest that it might be prudent for us to not touch the ground as we go through here, which would require Elric to use his fly spell, which is a little unfortunate, but that bog doesn't sound very friendly.
No, he can ride with me on the griffin.
That's true.
Go ahead and do that. Sounds like an idea.
And I will mention the domicile to the west and suggest that the satyr of this level could be in there, and that there is also a sleeping white dragon in the area, and we should try to avoid it if at all possible.
I should add someone needs to carry Beauregard.
Well, you and Beauregard can ride the griffin, and I can just fly.
Can't Beauregard do that teleportation thing and just move around in shadows?
All right. Well, seeing as Rojan controls that, I don't know.
So, seeing what you guys are doing, Beauregard looks at like the situation, and he melds into a shadow, and you see it slowly climb up the back of Elric's cloak, and it just sits there. And like every once in a while, you hear the shadow like softly pant.
That's kind of neat.
Your cloak's panning. Wow.
So he doesn't just travel through shadows; he can become a shadow.
Still an adorable pup.
Only for you. And me.
I mean, he likes Cassius, but
He likes tormenting Cassius.
I mean, it's easy.
I resent that.
It doesn't make it any less true.
So you guys, I take it everyone is going to fly through this area.
Yeah, with the description of that
more like
bog
a little
and the spike
hovery.
traps and everything, it's
Yeah.
I think better for us to stay like 5-ish feet above the ground.
Okay. Who is leading?
Well, if it's not Necrath, I'll be in front. So
I'll do it.
I mean, where it's either I'm in front or he's in front. One of the two.
Okay, Necrath said he's gonna lead. Did you relay like the layout of the land to everybody as well?
As best I could.
Okay.
Because I imagine I saw it as images, so
Yeah, it kind
wouldn't
of
be.
they kind of give you like the kind of like a warning and some points of interest.
Yeah. So as much as I could kind of transfer that into words, I would.
Okay. All right, so You did mention the domicile to the west. Where are you going, Necrath? Or what is your intended destination?
Well, intended destination, I would assume, is to find the satyr of this level. That's what's going on with the group, right?
We're assuming it's a satyr. We don't
Okay.
actually know.
All right. So, yeah, we're going west.
Gonna go west. Okay, can I get a survival check from you?
Absolutely.
I think I'm proficient. So if he's proficient, I can aid him, and he'll get advantage.
Yep. All right.
Survival. I'm proficient. I'm aiding. So he
Okay.
has advantage.
So that 19 actually helps you guys instead of the 10, which I'm kind of sad you didn't get. Not west again. All right, Necrath, as you're flying through, you hear what almost sounds like a chipmunk for about a good 3 or 4 minutes, and then a squeak, and a squeak echoing out as a large chomping noise, followed by like bones crunching. Anything comes off a little bit to your left.
I don't know why, but that sounds relaxing. I will just relay.
Looks on a greater invisibility.
I just want to be like shh over there.
Now, you're wearing some sort of like winter clothing right now, right?
Yes.
All right, so everyone's wearing their winter clothing, so that's good. Going through and like just hearing that chomping noise, you begin to hear what sounds like the steps of padded feet, like wandering almost just slightly out of your visual range. And you're unsure as if something is following you or if something is just, walking adjacent to you, unknowing of your presence.
I would like to stop
Okay.
and just motion everyone to stop, and hopefully, if it continues.
Yeah, you still hear the sounds of like padded feet, like
And they're still
walking.
going?
They're still going,
Okay.
but it seems like they are walking, just like directly next to you, and then it starts to get a little bit farther away as you hold your position.
I'm not going towards that.
Can anyone detect invisible creatures?
I
think
we can.
if it's in visual range, then Luxana would be able to see it if she used her True Sight spell.
Oh, that's right. Luxana has True Sight.
I do.
I wish I did.
Luxana, are
Well, I
you
mean, I
using
could
True
give it to
Sight?
anyone. I guess it would be probably a good idea since I can communicate with them telepathically and I'm currently invisible.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll go ahead and use that.
So you use True Sight, and it's kind of like you're almost looking through like these foggy binoculars as like the fog slowly parts for you.
Ooh.
And what you see fills you with dread.
Oh, no.
As the bog you are currently walking through, or walking along, the water is not like the murky bog water that you would normally see, but it looks to be almost coagulated blood.
Oh.
The trees themselves are leaking like a blood-like sap. And you can see these these devils that are comprised almost completely of jagged bones and spikes wandering through the area. The creature that you Necrath heard was this rather deformed looking undead bear.
Cassius likes bears.
These black tendrils, like almost oozing out of like various wounds on its body.
Well, I'm probably going to like project what I see into their brains and kind of give them an idea of what's happening, and I'm gonna say I should go first since I can see.
So just so I have the proper picture in my head, are we talking about, God, not like Asuka, like the weird, gooey stuff coming off of like the Boar King type nastiness type of scary tendril stuff?
It's more like there's something living inside the bear's wounds, and it's slowly reaching outside of the bear.
Oh, yay! It's zombie fungus. Awesome.
So, can we make any rolls to see if we know what these are? Both the bears and the devils, even though I assume I would know what the devils are.
You guys can give me Arcana checks.
What is Arcana?
I'm just gonna go ahead and skip right over that check.
You could always get a good roll.
Yeah, but Arcana stuff isn't really Cassius's interest. So
Ichirai's like, I know what it is.
if it was religion or nature, he'd be all over it. But,
all right. So Elric, Ichirai, and Loxana know that the devils that she saw are bone devils. And for the bear, it's most likely cursed by some sort of plague fiend.
Ugh. So, question. So the plague fiend thing, is that like a disease or a poison of
Okay,
some kind?
I will tell you this because you got a critical roll. While the others think it's some sort of plague fiend, you know specifically that is currently being controlled by a cancer mage.
What?
That does not sound friendly.
That doesn't sound like anything I want to be near. What the fuck? Cancer mage? Holy crap, dude.
So you're saying the bear needs a prostate exam?
The bear needs a ton of
Wow.
antibiotics is what that bear needs. And
alrighty.
you know that the bear looks that way is because the mage itself is inside of the bear. It transformed himself into a virus to infect the bear in order to control it.
Wow. Okay. I passed the horrible infection casting nonsense to the rest of the party and let them know that I've never seen one. I've only seen scrolls of these guys because they're that disgusting.
Yeah, they are the most vile of vile blood magics.
But yeah, these guys are horrible. I didn't even think anyone was around who could still practice this kind of magic.
So hearing that, I think I'll go ahead and give us all a pass without trace.
All I'm hearing is that we need to burn this place with fire.
It's like
Oh, the Chult approach, I see.
the Chult approach. Yeah, we know from the Sunday game that doesn't work.
Yeah, you just didn't apply enough fire,
Just
clearly.
didn't apply enough fire.
Fire just makes it stronger. A little annoyed.
I've got a special flavor of fire.
Yeah, I'm like, this place is horrible.
How long does your true sight last, Luxana?
An hour.
Okay. And you said you're taking the lead?
Mm.
All right.
As long as I can see it, as long as I can see and I'm invisible, I'm gonna try to guide us.
Luxana,
you're only invisible for 10 minutes, though. Remember that.
Luxana, can you give me percentile rolls?
Okay, I'm really good at those. By Sunday, or about that because it's Sunday. Okay, what do I need to roll?
Percentiles.
Slash
100, D100.
D100,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
D100.
Thank you.
We knew us well.
Oh, that's either really good or really bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Luxana?
Mm-hmm.
You begin to hear the sound of wind chimes coming off a side path that you are just coming up to. Hearing the wind chimes, you also smell what seem to be fresh baked cookies.
Ooh, I love cookies.
Oh no.
She's totally gonna lead us towards the cookies.
Baba Yaga on Sundays, Story of Hansel and Gretel on Tuesday.
It had to be cookies for the person that still has like an inner child and.
What do you mean still has an inner child? She's the shell is just grown up.
Yeah, I'm still a child.
Still a child.
I just have boobs now, okay? I'm going to the cookies.
She says begrudgingly.
Oh no, she's gonna go to the cookies.
All right.
Come on now. It's
Well,
an established pattern.
Do you let everybody else know, or do you just wander off invisible?
We are tied together.
Yeah,
so.
we are tied
Oh,
together.
that's true. So the little invisible girl that has the rope tied to the rest of you, you see that she starts to go off to a side path.
Oh, wait, quick mechanics question.
Okay.
Because greater invisibility makes me and anything attached to me invisible, would that also mean the rope is invisible? So it also means that they're invisible because they're attached to me?
It would probably only extend to the rope, only because
I would say it extends to the rope because
it makes your equipment invisible.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't look like we're tied together, but we still are.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty much invisible until like the back two people, and you can start seeing like a little like fade of a rope start to appear.
Okie dokie. So little invisible girl starts going that way.
Okay. And you walk for probably 5 minutes, and you see this small clearing of what looks to be healthy land. And in a hollowed out tree with like a little like breezeway overhang, carved into the tree itself is like this little diner, like almost diner-esque style thing with a couple wooden stump seat posts out in front of it.
I just want to say, diner out in the middle of nowhere. Has anyone else seen the newer Kingsman?
Nope.
Not yet.
Well, in that case, I'm not going to spoil anything.
And behind, inside the little diner thing is this little raccoon with an apron tied around it and pulling out a plate, like a rack full of cookies from a large oven.
I'm gonna keep going towards the cookies.
Okay.
But I think I would be a little bit cautious and a little bit hesitant because of what happened the last time that I accepted stuff from somebody who said they were my friend.
And you notice as you get closer, it puts out this large pile of cookies, like this large plate of cookies, just like on top of the counter where the seats are around, and it starts pulling out mugs. And then
Don't say it's Coco.
Oh, it's Coco. It starts filling up these mugs with like this like milk chocolate cocoa that smells amazing.
All right, well it's Coco. I'm for it. We're gonna keep on going towards the cookies.
All right, you get to the cookies, and like, are you taking raise the sword? Or do you take a seat at one of the stumps, or what are you doing?
I would probably try to say hello to the raccoon because if it's baking cookies, maybe it can talk.
Remember that you're invisible right now.
I know.
It peeks its head over like the plate of cookies, like, hello, hello. Goes back to goes back into the kitchen.
I'm
Did
gonna
not see the rest of us, seeing as we're tied to Luxana.
No, because it called out hello and it looked at like where Luxana was at.
So it totally sees her.
No, it didn't see her. It said hello, hello.
Oh.
It heard her, but when it looked, it didn't see anything.
Well, it should see us.
The rest of you see like the top of its ears as it's like looking around the cookies.
Okay. I asked for a bowl of Ichirai like sits up on one of the stools and he asks for a bowl of ramen.
Racist.
What? It's a cart and it's a raccoon in a forest. As far as I'm concerned, there should be ramen behind here somewhere.
And as you take a seat, a large bowl of ramen appears in front of Ichirai.
Heck yeah, man.
Luxana is gonna stare at Ichirai, kind of gauging what he's gonna do, because if he eats it, she's gonna start mouthing cookies and cocoa.
I smell it, and I'm gonna take out like my chopsticks, and I'm just gonna start eating it.
Okay. It is the most delicious ramen you have ever tasted.
Nice.
Before Luxana starts diving into stuff, even though she's invisible, I kind of generally assume we know where she is.
In front of the cookies.
Yeah, in front of the cookies. I'm just gonna place my hand on her shoulder. Like, just don't do anything rash.
Okay, I'll only have one cookie. And then
Takes the
I eat the cookie.
That's not
And
what I
put like
meant.
5 in my pocket.
And when you eat the cookie and you pull it out of your mouth, you see that the cookie reforms.
Endless cookies! I'm gonna wave it in
don't trust
Cassius's
this.
face and be like, "It's cookie. It's so great. I love these cookies. I need to learn how to make these cookies." So I'm just gonna keep like nibbling on the same cookie since it reforms every time. I imagine.
And you notice that, like, every time you take a bite, the cookie shimmers, almost as asking your mind what flavor you want it to be,
Ooh, chocolate.
as it forms into a chocolate cookie.
So I'm
Alright.
guessing my ramen bowl never goes down.
Not until you say you're done.
Oh man. All right. So I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat until I have my fill. How long it's been since I had a good bowl of ramen? Come on now.
You know how long since I've been had a good bowl of ramen?
I mean, I know Isaac's a good cook and all on the shit, but you know.
Is anyone else sitting down?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Are you asking for, like, anything or
Surprise me.
surprise you?
Yeah, anything.
Okay, when
Whatever
you say
pops in my mind.
when you say surprise me, a raccoon jumps up like on top of the counter and says surprise, and then jumps back down. I think I killed him.
Oh, amazing!
I think I killed him.
Well, I guess we're down to just 4 players now.
Elric, do you sit down and order anything?
Nope.
Okay. What about Cassius?
Instead of ordering stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and figure out what kind of magic this is, because I
You-
recall us being told that the satyr of this level likes to make people think that their other party members are edible snacks.
When you detect magic, you, like, this entire thing screams magic, but it's a more serene magic than like anything negative. And you do catch a glimpse, like, every now and then of the raccoon walking in like in the back kitchen making things, and it clicks in your mind that this is the same little trader that you guys ran into
In the Halloween episode.
in the Halloween episode.
See?
I honestly don't remember that.
I remember the raccoon guy.
The one that I gave everyone a magic item.
Yes. So recognizing that and knowing the raccoon not to be hostile or outwardly negative in any way, I think, yeah, I'll probably sit down and just think of what do white dragons eat? Mostly just like meat and scraps, I guess. So give me a big plate of meat.
All right. And then just like this plate, like this buffet style plate of various styles of cooked meat appear in front of you.
Just dive right in.
Groudon, after your surprise, is there anything you want to eat?
Yeah, a plate of like I don't know if they have in here, but like a plate of fig Newtons. Like figs.
Like these fig-based cookies.
Yeah,
Like a
fig
platter
based.
of them, like
Yeah.
appear in front of you.
Yep. I eat them.
You know what? I'm gonna seeing everybody else getting kind of comfortable and everything. I'm probably gonna stop being invisible and ask the raccoon for the recipe for the cookies.
You have trade?
I'm gonna look at Cassius.
He's oblivious, enjoying the meat platter.
But Cassius.
Oh, I want to apologize to the raccoon guy and tell him that the really nice sword you gave me, unfortunately, was destroyed.
That's sad. It was a good sword.
Oh, it was an amazing sword.
So trade? As like he's holding out like his grubby little raccoon hand.
Let me see. What do I got that a raccoon might like? I should just give him the lyre that has Dude Bro's signature on it.
What's that?
The lyre that Satyr Bro signed last.
The Satyr blessed lyre.
Damn.
The +1 lyre? The one that gives you +1 to your bard abilities?
Oh, I didn't know it did that. You didn't
Yeah.
tell me.
Yeah, he said it at the end of the last session.
Oh, well,
His signature bequeathed a +1 to it.
Oh, okay. I would probably go ahead and root around in my bag, and I've still got 80 gems, and just kind of grab a handful of them and be like, "Is this enough?"
He takes one, and then he hands you like this tiny piece of paper.
Oh, thank you.
And on the paper it says, "Flour, eggs, milk, sugar, magic."
He's adorable. All right, well,
Whatever.
you know.
A cookie recipe is worthless if you don't have the measurements. Come on, don't let him trick you like that. Cooking needs precise measurements.
Half the fun about cooking is just experimenting. She'll figure it out.
Yeah. In cooking, yes. In baking, no.
Yeah, well, I've never baked anything before. I've only made chocolate. So I'm basically going to be like, oh, this is the best thing ever. And then I'm just going to put it in my bag and keep eating cookies and drinking cocoa.
Dude, she's going to Willy Wonka her way through the confectionery world.
Yep.
Throwing freaking chocolate at dragons. Here, have some.
All right. It looks back over to Elric, like just with a questioning look. Food?
No, thank you.
Not even
I'm not
booze.
gonna trust anything in the middle of such a bog. As nice as it seems.
Well, I take out, since it's gonna soon be not useful to me, and I really can't use it currently. I take out the Moldog claw that I have that makes natural attacks D8s, and I go, what'll this get me?
He goes, "Oh, you trade?"
Yes.
As he walks over to the tree and like he hits the side of it, and just like another part of it falls out, and there's like this little like trade stand. He goes, for claw?
Yep.
Roll me a d20.
Alrighty. Come on, roll 20. I clicked on it.
He walks over, and like you hear him like start digging and like making a lot of noise underneath like the countertop for the stall. And he comes back with like this small like burlap bag. He goes, "Sand.
What kind of sand?
Wish sand."
Oh god, another wish item?
He goes, no, not wish item. You throw on something and it shows real form. It's just called wish sand.
Oh, well, that's super useful. Heck yeah, that's a good trade. Like is it renewable, or is it like a one-time use thing?
You just put sand in bag.
Oh my god, yes, I so want this bag. Yes,
He's like, I take claw.
Alrighty, that is a good trade, sir. Wish sand bag.
The bag is large enough to hold 3 applications of sand.
Alrighty, cool.
And when you use it, you literally just pocket sand something.
Oh, so basically it does the pocket sand spell?
No, you just throw the sand on it, and like if anything is hiding its form or anything, this will reveal it.
Oh, nice. Alright. That's going to be useful, especially in the situation we're about to be.
I'm so happy this wasn't the trap. that I can tell.
Yet.
That I can tell of.
All right, for those of you who have eaten the food, for the next 2 days, you have +1 to your attacks and +1 to damage.
Yes. Awesome. I didn't get us almost killed. Cookies!
Yet.
Follow your nose.
As he reaches underneath the apron, he pulls out a pocket watch. He's like, "Oh, time to go." As he hits the side of the tree and it rolls back up, and he walks over and he turns off the pilot light on the oven, and the tree vanishes. As you guys are now just sitting on empty tree stumps. And it's like the surrounding area has turned back once again to like its boggy surroundings.
I like that raccoon.
Seems like a nice guy.
He didn't try to steal my face.
Well, you didn't offer it as trade.
Why would I do that?
You want sand?
Okay. At this point, will it have already been an hour?
Yeah, it's been about an hour.
Okay, I'll just look at DeCraft and tell him that he can take up the head of the party again because I'm useless again.
Yeah, Necrath, roll me percentiles.
All right, who's ready to die today?
Well, I'm full of cookies, so.
Oh, and you still have that cookie with you.
Yes!
That cookie will never go bad. 44. Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's take our first break of the night.
Oh no.
And then we'll get back to what, we'll start off with what, Necrath just rolled for everyone.
Yay, so let's take our first break for the night, and when we get back, initiative, right? I'm just joking.
No, you're probably
Or somebody
right.
dies, I mean...
That too, but I have an unlimited use cookie, so I don't even care. I can die happy. I'm good.
She can die happy with her Uber cookie.
Yep.
All right, guys, so we're going to take a quick 5-minute break here, get up, stretch legs, and get something to drink, all that fun stuff, and then we will be back to see what mess Necrath's gotten everyone into.
I didn't do it.
Like usual.
But stick with
Oh,
us,
it's your
guys.
fault.
All right, we are back.
Woot.
So, Groudon,
Yes.
McGrath,
Yeah.
you guys are still flying, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I mean, we're
Hovering.
fly-ish. Where we basically don't want our tootsies in the blood bog.
Probably a good idea. Flying along, what you can only perceive as a path, slowly the fog begins to separate in front of you. And you come across this large, like lake house looking cabin sitting in the woods. And you can tell from the inside that a couple lanterns have been lit, and there is even one hanging from the front porch, giving off a dim light. The sounds of the sound of Luxana whooshing out of visibility. The sounds of what seems like a quill on parchment, giving a faint noise coming from inside.
So this looks like an actual cabin, not a hut.
No, this looks like a cabin, like
Okay.
a log cabin that somebody built with their own hands.
Cabin in the woods.
I know, that's what I'm thinking, like cabin in the woods. It's like, are we gonna start doing all sorts of stupid stuff we wouldn't normally do and to expedite the slasher movie?
Is there any like markings or anything on the outside of the cabin? A nameplate or symbols or anything like that?
There is a small placard near the front door. What the hell was that? And the front of it says Dr. Barnaby Jones.
Dr. Jones.
I mean, if there's a doctor in this part of the island, he's not doing a very good job, clearly.
Yeah, like what kind of doctor hangs out in the blood bog? Like,
Crazy
seriously.
kind.
One that got lost.
Are there like open windows or something we can peer into?
Yeah, as he's calling out to you, because
Yeah,
when
he
you're like,
totally just called us
Oh,
out.
he-
when he's like, what kind of doctor winds up in a blood bog, and he just calls out, one that got lost.
Like, oh crap. It's like, yeah, what's up, doc?
Eh.
You other unfortunate wayward adventurers that got caught up in that storm.
No, we came up a flight of bone stairs to try and.
No. I mean, how did you get here? Well, first off, come on in. I don't want to be talking to no faces.
Okay.
I'll just swing the door open at that point. And
Oh, the door's
step in.
wide open.
Oh, well, even better. I'll just walk in.
All right, and you walk in and you can see that there's a roaring fire in the chimney, and next to it is like a small built-in, kind of like wine rack. Off to the side is an elderly looking gentleman. If almost kind of has like a Colonel Sanders look going on. He's got like the very white hair and like the mustache and the little soul patch in a gentlemanly, like almost tuxedo style shirt, and you can see that he's sitting in a large oaken chair behind this oak desk, just stacks upon stacks of books in front of him. And he brings up a classy looking like smoking pipe. He's like, now, why'd you come to the island?
Well, we're trying to make our way through these areas to find a specific fruit tree.
Fruit tree? Have you looked outside? Nothing grows here.
Well, not here, but that's why we're just passing through.
Hmm.
we're not here by accident.
So you're even crazier than I am.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm not really doing this by choice, but, you know.
Ichirai interjects and asks about the storm he spoke of.
You know, the swirling vortex outside of the island. You maybe get out 15 feet out into the water before you hit it. Tell me you had to see that. You did.
Actually, no, we did because I thought we were zapped.
Nope.
I thought we were zapped to the island.
You were zapped to the island, but you were pretty much in the eye of a vortex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's why Null zapped you there, because it would be impossible to get through with the boat.
Okay, so I said, I tell him we were teleported here by, a extraplanar being to accomplish a mission.
What kind of mission?
Oh, nothing crazy. Find some random fruit tree that grows in the center of the island that'll astrally project our souls to hell and retrieve the head of the Fey Queen.
Interesting. I must say, this brings joy to these old bones. You see, I was, at one point in time, a grand adventurer. I studied relics from one corner of the world to the next. I came here looking for treasure and fame, and unfortunately ended up getting caught in this godforsaken land.
May I ask where you come from?
Where I come from? God, it's been so long since I've been there. You ever heard of, Ferrisport?
Oh my god, seriously?
I have.
He goes, yeah, born and raised there. How is Ferrisport, by the way?
Which one? It's
Well,
It's around.
Last time we were there, it was fine.
Last time, technically, yes. The last time we were there, it was
Good,
fine.
good. I have very fond memories of that town. Good people.
I have mixed feelings about it.
Nah, some did. Not many are the sailing type. As well, since you know Ferrisport, you must be good people since they let you in. Now, I wouldn't be a hospitable gentleman if I didn't offer you a place to stay for the night. Place outside there, not for anyone who wants to live throughout the night.
Fair enough. So,
Ichirai tells him he would be glad to stay the night if he wouldn't object to a small but unusual prayer ritual from his monastery.
Yes. Oh. But of course.
Alrighty. So he basically stands up and Ichirai says he says a few actual prayers and sutras, and then he takes a shot of wish sand from the bag, and he tosses it, and it hits I'm trying to hit the guy and as much of the inside of the house as possible with the sand.
Okay. And when you throw the sand, it hits him in the face, and he starts trying to brush it out, and he kind of giving almost a sense of pain as a couple of the grains get into his eyes.
Aww.
But then the door slams behind you, and you hear the house cough.
We're in a mimic.
As everything starts to ooze and deform, and it almost looks like you're in the inside of a mouth.
We're in a fucking mimic.
And Dr. Jones slowly climbs up the side of the wall and up to what would be the ceiling, and he moves like over to the fireplace, which then like becomes like this
Throat.
like this throat, and the he becomes the like the little dangling part, like your
Ganglia.
yeah, as he starts to laugh at you.
Right, it's Monster House.
Yeah, so let's get some initiatives going on here.
You're welcome, guys.
It's like it was just like I'm just like oh, I was like he wasn't a raccoon. That's why he got the sand in the face.
He wasn't a raccoon.
Oh, so glad I took that sand. Just like, should have threw it sooner. Should have threw it sooner.
It's like every old person you meet now is just going to get a face full of sand.
Well, he was inside the house. I didn't suspect the house. I suspected the guy.
I don't know why we even I followed you guys in there. I know not to trust anything here.
At least you can send it on fire.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
All right,
Shit will burn.
Ichirai. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from you, sir?
Sure. 'Cause as I'm being digested, I guess. Ugh. Joy. Constitution saving throw. Ugh, one of my worst saves. All right. Let's cross our fingers.
Okay, you will only take half of this.
Is it a okay? So it's not.
It's not an attack that you can dodge.
Gotcha. And it's not necrotic.
Nope.
Alrighty. Roll the d20s. Oh, it's only d6s. Okay.
Yeah. So you're going to take half of 17 acid damage.
Alrighty. So 8 points.
As like the saliva from inside of this thing begins to like drip onto your body. But yeah, go ahead.
Sure. So I'm going to burn a point of key because I'm gonna go fucking ninja blender on this guy, and do one of these.
That will hit.
Alrighty, that was horrible damage. Okay, and it takes one of these. Now, question: do I even get my sneak attack damage?
No, you would not get sneak attack from this.
Okay, because I'm just like wondering. I'm like, I'm technically within 5 feet of a friend, and yada yada. It's just like, you know, just don't want to be eaten, you know.
That'll hit as well.
Alrighty, and then I'm gonna do 2 melee attacks. So that's a hit.
Yep.
And that's a hit. Oh, and I forgot to add this for the second sword hit.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. Necrath.
Yeah,
Get a Constitution saving throw from you, sir.
absolutely.
Oh, you're fine.
I just thought it's something horrible to do.
So you're going to take half of this.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I have a question. Do I have to attack the uvula or the
Just
can I
stab
attack anywhere?
anywhere.
You could pretty much stab the inside of it if you want, or you can try to escape so you're not being eaten.
I would like to attack the door since it's still technically doing damage to it.
Okay.
And hopefully bust it open.
Are you trying to bust the door open?
Like attack, like attack the door so that it busts.
Okay, if you're gonna try to force your way out of the door, you can just give me a strength roll.
Okay.
It's gonna be a strength check to bust through the door.
Okay.
All right, you bust through the door, and you come tumbling out the front. And now this cabin is now standing on 2 stubby legs, and it's got these two arms coming out of the side. and you can see these little eyes, like, looking down at you from where, like, the attic would be.
Oh. Flashbacks.
Luxana,
Guessing I'm not invisible anymore.
can I get a saving throw from you? Constitution. Okay, you're only taking half.
Okie dokie. Alrighty. I am going to use my bonus action to give a bardic inspiration to Ichirai because he's always the heavy hitter, and Necraft just took off out the door, and then I am going to probably use my move action to go out the door as well.
Okay, door's still open, so you just jump on through, and you see the same stubby leg living cabin in front of you.
Okie dokie. And then at that point, I would just use Vicious Mockery to yell at the house and tell it that it's not very nice to pretend like he's an old man and try to be super nice to people because that's just rude and deceiving, and I hope he dies.
Damn!
That closer, though.
Yeah.
Like you lied. Die.
It, like, for a moment, like, shrumps down and, like, gives, like, a very, like, exasperated sigh, almost as if it's sorry.
Aww.
Taking the damage. But then it gets back up at you and it, like, narrows its eyes just from the final part of that phrase of you saying that you hope it dies.
1v1 me.
Elric, you had a Constitution saving throw? I saw that one for a moment. I was just like, well,
it still doesn't matter because he gets advantage on Constitution saves.
No, I get advantage on saving throws against magical effects.
Oh,
I've got spell resistance due to my imp.
yeah. So you're going to take half of 15.
Alrighty.
And then it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna bring out something new.
You mean you're not going to light the house on fire from the inside?
Oh, no, don't worry, I am. I'm just gonna do it in a never-before-seen manner. I look at the far wall where no one is.
Mm-hmm.
And, let rip with some hellfire.
Ooh. A dex check of 0.
You just breathe hellfire.
Okay, that dex check is not... I forgot to set the...
Yeah, that's broken.
But it'll still... the dex check will be my usual 19.
Dex check of 19?
Yeah, even though it's kind of weird that it can make a dex check when I'm doing this from the inside.
There's no dex there. It's going to take 14 hellfire.
Alright. And I must make a con save.
Yeah. When you're breathing the hellfire. You are good.
Alright, so now that I have hit it with hellfire, it needs to make a con save itself. Once again, DC 19. Damn. Unfortunate. And I run out the broken door.
Okay. The monster's turn. So, seeing as how Elric was so mean to light it on fire.
It didn't light on fire.
Or try to light it on fire.
There we go.
Looking down at the three who have, like, escaped the house, it stomps its feet for a second, almost like throwing a fit. And it, like, both Cassius and Ichirai can hear it inhaling as a torrent of fire, like, floods out of the throat and out towards the door, towards you guys, the three of you, out in front of it. So I'm going to need.
That's a deck save, right?
No, inside you kind of get toasted. There's no dex saving from this.
Oh.
Oh, dude.
Those outside, though, you can give me dex saves.
Can I not because I'm immune to fire?
I mean, if you want to just stand there and, like, show off, like, you're not...
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so Luxon and the Griffin make it. And so does Tiny. So, those of you outside are going to take half of this.
Wait, I should still get half because I have evasion.
But you can't evade a room filling up with fire.
Yeah, it's an auto fail, so I still take half.
No, you take
Isn't that
you take full.
Damn it.
Now we'll get it out of this one, Monk.
Okay, so Cassius and Ichiro, you're going to take 36 damage. Everyone else is going to take half of 36, unless you...
I will also take half.
Okay, unless you're like Necrath and you absorb fire.
And then there's Beauregard, who feels like he's at home.
Yeah, Beauregard's just like, really? The Griffin.
I'm gonna have the Griffin try to take out one of the eyes.
That's mean.
Hey, breathing
Yeah.
fire at me and trying to deceive me, you gonna get your eyes plucked out.
Is its name Boo now?
I don't get that reference, but... Alright, we're gonna
Go for the eyes.
try to claw its eyes out.
That is not going to hit.
Damn. Okay.
Doggo.
Doggo will run outside and attempt to give the chicken house a case of the hot feet. That he's going to aim at the feet.
All right, so Dex 15.
Yep.
He's going to take the full 18. That's Beauregard. Cassius.
Can't decide if I want to stay inside or move outside. I think Ichirai is still in here with me, right?
Yep.
Okay, that kind of takes that out of the equation then.
Yep.
So I am going to go ahead and give this thing a bit of a stab. I'm going to use my point of inspiration on that. I should have said that before it actually rolled.
You have to say it
So
before it rolls.
That's at your discretion whether you allow that or not.
Oh. All right, you're going to stab yourself. Avron's going to stab you.
Wouldn't be the first time.
You kind of try to bring it down towards like the floor with Agron. You end up stabbing yourself in the foot.
Now that
Agron's like, was that intentional?
that's unfortunate because that was my first melee attack since using absorb elements. So I'm also going to take an additional 3d6 fire damage from that.
Ow! That's your fault, sir.
I think we need to work on our
Oh, there ain't no we.
dexterity there, Agron.
There ain't no we about it. I'm just the weapon. You're the one wielding me.
So that's unfortunate. But I am going to use hidden paths to pop out and go outside beside everyone else.
All right, Ichirai, I need another con save.
All right.
Cassius, I needed a con save from you too.
Oh yeah.
Is this thing's maw still open?
The door is still open.
Alrighty.
All right, you're fine, Cassius. So you're only going to take half of this.
Okay, con save. Come on. Make it. Yes. So, 18, 9 points. Okay.
So you're going to take half of 23.
Don't forget about your bardic inspiration this time, by the way.
No, I made it. I'm just trying to see. Because I'm going to move outside, but I'm going to use one of my abilities to heal. Is it still hand? All right, cool. So I'm gonna use my wholeness of body. So I'm gonna fly out because screw this being inside this stupid thing.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my wholeness of body and give myself back 30 hit points.
All right. Now, everybody is outside of the house, correct?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Nakrath. Wait, Nakrath,
Oh.
you're outside.
I didn't know. Is Cassius still inside, or did he
No,
leave?
he popped out.
I
Yeah.
Oh,
left.
never mind.
Yeah, he magicked his way out.
Okay. Never mind.
So if everyone is out, Nakrath?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Ah.
I'm up in its face with the eagle, so with the griffin, trying to like punch it in the face and whatnot, so I don't take that breath weapon.
Well, since everyone's out and about, let's cast this bonus action, and then swing. If I can. Why did I close out of my character sheet? No, I don't want bears. Go away. Okay, swing.
First one is going to miss. The second one will hit.
All right, then I'll add the Thunder Smite to the second one.
All right, so 36 damage.
Unless it's immune to prone.
It is immune to prone.
All right, never mind.
Luxana.
36 damage is exactly what I just did to myself.
That evens it out.
Okie dokie. How's everybody looking? Everybody looking okay? Or you guys
Cassius has a hole in his foot.
Yeah, I'm a little worse for wear. I'm at about, well, actually, I'm at exactly half HP.
Okie dokie. Then at that point, I would probably give Cassius Bardic Inspiration as well. And then go ahead and... I just had it, and now it's gone. And then do the thing. Oh, yeah, it's one of those. I have to choose a level.
So
And if everybody gets 19 HP, that's within 30 feet of me, except for the house, because the house is mean.
all right, so everyone gets 19 HP.
Max heal.
Elric.
Alrighty, let's think. Do I want to keep burning things or do something else that might be helpful?
When burning things isn't helpful enough.
You know, I've got a newer spell that I want to try out here. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this.
Synaptic Static. You choose a point within range and cause psychic
That's a great
energy
spell,
to explode there. Each creature within a 20-foot radius of the sphere centered on that point must make an intelligence saving throw. A creature with an intelligence score of 2 or lower cannot be affected by that spell. Target takes 8d6 points of damage on a failed save, half on a success. Okay. So, are you trying to center this to where you're only going to hit the house, or how are you doing this?
Considering how big the house is, I don't think that'll be an issue. But yeah, I'll avoid getting anyone else in it.
Okay, so you're pretty much firing it at its back end.
Yeah, or just
Okay.
inside the door.
So, oh, you're firing it inside the door. Well,
Yeah.
that hurts.
That's actually a really neat spell.
Yeah, I just wish it was ability saves, not ability checks. Ability checks don't happen all that often, and yet I've got so many spells that deal
Well,
with them.
it failed, so you can give me that 8d6 damage.
Yeah, I forgot to include it in my...
See, the thing is, since it's is it a check or a save?
So, it lowers checks by 1d6, along with
Okay.
attack rolls.
So it's going to take 26 damage.
Not very impressive, but damage isn't the point.
What? Whose microphone is that?
It's Tiny's.
Yeah, I think it's mine. Something's not right. One sec.
All right, and it's got... So Muddle Thoughts for a minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts that number from all attacks and ability checks. As well for Constitution saving throws for maintaining concentration. Okay.
So, for the next 10 rounds, minus 1d6 on all attack rolls is the main point there.
Yep. Is that attack rolls and damage rolls, or just attack?
Just attacks.
Okay. Alright, so... That hurt it, as its mouth now has a headache. And it doesn't really like that. It doesn't like that, Sam-I-am. So, it reaches out with its arms and brings, like, both of them down on top of Elric.
House smash. Nope.
House failed.
House hit itself.
Don't even bother with d6s.
Those are rolls.
Oh, yeah, like I said, don't even bother subtracting the d6s.
Oh, I know. I know you have more than a 13 armor class. Okay. So it goes to bring its hand down, and it somehow hits it, like, incorrectly. And you see one of the arms just snap off and, like, land next to Elric, and it, like, slowly whittles away into, like, this just fine powder.
Luxana's just gonna cackle at that.
I need to do its damage here. I'm going to do 24 points of damage to itself.
Nice.
And it's the Griffin's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna have the Griffin try to take one of its eyes out again.
That is not going to hit.
Damn.
Doggo.
Doggo. Well, first let's see if he gets his fire breath back.
Gets his fire breath back.
Let's keep playing the game of Hot Foot. Damn, these d6 rolls aren't working out for me.
It doesn't matter. My saves aren't working out for me. Cassius. You gonna try to stab your foot again?
Let's hope not. I realize this is an odd question because it's a house, but what kind of shape does it look like it's in? Like close to death, or
it's missing an arm. A dog keeps lighting its feet on fire. You can see that the door is kind of hanging off the hinges from the synaptic blast. So it kind of looks like a rundown shack in the middle of the woods.
And a griffin and an angel are punching at its attic windows.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if I'm lucky, this will finish it off then. So I am going to do that and appear right back inside of this thing.
Okay, I need you to give me a saving throw.
Yep.
Oh, you didn't make it.
That's fine.
Wait, you went back in?
Yep, I went back in.
You're going to take 21 points of damage, of acid damage.
That's fine. So once I am inside of it, I am going to burn this thing to the ground.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa, dude, what the hell was that?
He just supernova'd inside of this house.
Dude, this...
I mean, couldn't you stay outside and supernova the inside?
Yeah, but it would have been really awkward to kind of orient that spell in the position that we were all in.
Alright, so it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Since you're inside of it, I'll give it disadvantage.
That's another reason why I went inside of it.
I didn't mean to roll the 66 there. I mean, it doesn't matter. He got a 15 on his lowest one. So
Yep.
it's going to take 52 points of damage. Cassius, I need a dexterity saving throw from you, sir.
I can do that.
That is
Okay.
an insane spell, man. Druid spells are freaking bonkers, man.
They really are.
To be fair, it is a level 7 spell. All of those
Yeah.
spells
Alright.
are bonkers.
You're going to
True.
take half of this damage as the house collapses in on you.
That's fine.
So not that
That
bad.
could have been a lot worse.
That could have been a lot worse, yes. But that you guys see Cassius fly in and give this thing just a massive amount of heartburn as he firestorms inside of it, and the entirety of the house just collapses on top of him.
I'm gonna start trying to get debris off of him.
He comes out about a couple seconds later, like crawling out of the debris, just like covered head to toe in like soot and everything like that. A little bit more slimy than normal.
And he does have a slightly arrogant look on his face after using that spell for the first time and just decimating this thing.
Can I absorb the house mimic soul?
No, you cannot.
Aw, dang it.
CR rating is too high. You're probably not going to be able to absorb anything with a CR higher than 8. Just letting you know.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to turn your belt into just some of this OP thing.
You're like, if we, depending on you probably would, if we had fought the Bone Devils, you might have had a chance, depending on their rating, to get a Bone Devil. I don't remember what their CR is out of character, but like you're like anything.
You're not gonna be able to take the soul of anything like huge or larger.
Yeah, it's like anything outside of medium is gonna be hard. And like basically almost everything outside of medium is like higher than CR, like 9 or 10.
So, as you guys are dusting yourselves off from this fight, you begin to hear this annoying buzzing beginning to happen around you.
Ah, crap. Before like the buzzing gets too close, I want to collect in my alchemist pouch some of the sand, the whatever dust that the mimic arm turned into.
Okay. I'll let you take it.
Sweet.
I need everyone here though.
I have an idea for my next brew after the wisdom brew.
I need everyone
Jot it
here
down.
to give me Constitution saving throws.
My heart hurts.
That may be a good one.
Okay, so as the buzzing happens, you see the eagle's eye, or not the eagle, but the griffin's eyes begin to flutter as it falls over unconscious. Slowly but surely, Luxana follows. And then so does Ichirai. And as the three
Damn,
of...
16 fails. Wait, now question: is this poison?
It
or
is
does-
not poison.
Okay.
It is not poison. As the three of them fall unconscious, the sounds of the buzzing and the other wildlife in the bog come to an all but sudden stop.
Oh no.
Save for the repetitive beat of a cane colliding with stone, getting closer and closer to you.
I'm As soon as Luxana falls, I'm probably gonna go to her side and see if I can determine what just happened to her.
It looks like she's in a deep sleep. Like a very... She's like in a very relaxed state of mind at the moment.
Well, can we tell where the sound is coming from?
Oh yeah, it's getting closer. It's coming from a little up the path to like the left of where you are at, where the house used to be.
I keep an eye out in that direction, ready for anything dangerous.
All right, and you see slowly you see two figures begin to walk out of the mist. Elric, one thing stands out to one of the smaller one stands out to you the most as, well, not really smaller, but just the way that it holds itself. This almost quadruped mosquito-like creature with two insectoid arms. You know these as a chasme, a demonic fiend, whose buzzing of their wings can put people to sleep.
So just to specify, it's demonic or a devil?
It's a fiend. It says large fiend demon.
Demon. Okay, so the chaotic evil type.
And then next to him is a elderly looking woman, dressed in all gray, with a net of moss hanging out from where her right arm should be. And she looks down to her Casme compatriot, and she's like, some are still standing. Buzzy, you are losing your touch. Well, I guess this just means I don't have to carry them all. Please, pick up your little friends and come with me.
So the moment she says that, since I'm at Luxana's side, I am going to do that and hope to God that that wakes her up.
It wakes her up.
Nice. Okay.
Just never trusting.
No, we are not.
If I wanted you dead, I could have done it while you were fighting that insipid little house.
Forgive me if we have some disbelief to that statement.
Yeah, if you wanted to help us, there'd be no reason to put us to sleep.
Seeing as how you just got done fighting a house, and the side of my friend here, and the side of little old me, you probably would have lashed out and attack.
Yeah, but
tell me
putting
I'm
some
wrong.
of us to sleep isn't any better. So, we're in an awkward situation now.
No harm done. It was like they went to sleep.
Well, we're all here now and we're not attacking, so feel free to explain yourself.
I can't out here. He'll hear. Follow me back to my home, and I will tell you everything you need to know. You have been lied to.
So yeah, I don't think I can trust anyone who has a demon at their side.
So, you have demons at your side.
No, I have devils. Big difference.
Demons, devils, they're both evil. This one is bound.
Evil and then there's evil.
This one is bound to me. He does what I say.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem. We don't know you whatsoever, and yet you bind a chaotic evil demon.
Look. Stay here. Follow me. None of my concern. I'm just trying to help you get, your facts straight from that little, from what that little gnome has told you. Not everything is as it seems. And you being on my island causes me great concern.
You're gonna have to back up your statements with something here. Anyone can say pretty words.
What would it take? You seem to be a skeptic.
Well, to start, your island? How so?
Well, once my island. This used to be a home to me and my sisters. Before that little insect knoll tricked us out of it.
Alright, what's your name? And pray tell, what are you?
My name is Gertrude Grizzlebane. I am what you people call a hag. But not simply a hag mother.
Well, hag tells me something. Hag mother, not so much.
I am a coven leader. An ancient hag. A powerful being. Whatever you want to call it, that's me.
HB Fox, your mechanical keyboard is a...
I did not realize that I was not muted. My bad. Half the time Zoom works when I click that button, half the time it doesn't.
It's like he's just like desperation typing.
There's a reason I use the mute on my microphone, not the Zoom. More reliable.
Yes, look, if I wanted you dead, I could have you dead. But the way I see it, us working together is beneficial for both parties.
Luxana's gonna ask her if she's gonna steal her face.
No. God, no, ew. Who does that? Oh, you ran into one of the blood hags, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ugh, disgusting creatures. No, I'm not gonna steal your face.
If you mean us no ill intent, then perhaps you can prove it to us by restoring us to our, let's say, battle condition.
Well, I can do that, but I'd rather not do it out here. It kind of gives my position away.
That's fine, but first and foremost, if we do go with you, get rid of that thing at your side.
Yes. Off with you, Buzzy. Go with your hive. And it looks at her and it gives her a salute and it just flies off into the mist. He goes, that better?
For now. So I say we cautiously follow her.
Yeah, I agree.
Because honestly, I don't trust Null either, so, one's as good as another.
Alright, she leads you back to the, to like this, deep cavern that goes down a bit into just a singular, like, chamber-like room. And inside is, like, a makeshift bed made out of, like, twigs and leaves and everything, and she's got, like, a small workstation, a bunch of, like, self-made books and everything. And she, like, hobbles over and she takes a seat on, a small stool. And she just leans her cane on the table and she just places her one functional hand on her lap. And she goes, now that we are in the safety of my domain, where prying ears cannot hear, I can answer any questions you may have. But as I said before, you are being used.
Everyone uses everyone else. There's no surprise there.
True, but when Null uses people, he makes them play things.
So I'm waiting for you to tell me something I don't know.
Do you honestly think that that fruit that you're searching for is going to send you to hell?
Not really. I was not exactly planning to eat it. I have better ways to get to hell if I need to.
Indeed. But what about the rest of you? You all seemingly came here for the fruit, as so I'm told.
Well, I can't say I had planned on blindly eating the fruit.
Can I slap Ichirai to wake him up?
Yes. It's like you slap him and there's a sudden jolt that wakes him up out of it. And when he rises, he's laying on the floor inside this cavern with seeing the hags like sitting on like her stool talking to the rest of the group.
Then I'm
Like
just
my initial instinct is to like jump up with like sword in hand, like the fuck.
yeah, I'm just gonna telepathically just be like, it's okay. She seems nice. She's not gonna steal my face.
And she's like, and now that you're all up and about, she waves her hand, and in each of your hands appears a small cup of water. She's like, I believe the Dragon Man asked for a way to restore your battle readiness. Drink the water, you will be fine.
I put the cup down. I'm not exactly a trusting man, and I don't exactly need much at the moment. Especially after Luxana's heal.
I'll test it the same way you test potions, by just putting a drop on your tongue to determine the effects.
It tastes like pure spring water.
I'll drink it then.
Okay? And you are healed and restored.
Same for me after seeing Cassius drink it. Luxana's gonna think it's okay, so she's gonna go for it too.
Goes. So, what's the angle this time on why he says you need to go to hell?
We are on a mission to recover the head of McNevin, one of your fellow hags.
My dear boy, she's not one of my fellow hags. She is our queen. And do you honestly think I would have any power right now if she was dead?
Oh, I don't think she's dead. I don't think she's dead at all. In fact, I think this is all part of her plan. But we don't know what her plan is until we go and find her head.
Her plan? What plan?
Well, as much as she ever plans.
You speak as if you know her.
We're acquainted.
We've met on multiple occasions, made deals.
Her and I have a open contract, you could say, right now.
I've never seen you or heard of you before. This is strange. First, you come to tell me that you tell me that the head of my queen has been taken. And now you're telling me that you have done business with her. Yet, as somebody on her inner circle, I have never seen nor heard of you.
And when was the last time you were personally met with McNevin?
I met with her 2 days ago to pay tribute.
Well, she might have told you about us, but why would she? She tell you everything that she does, everyone she speaks to?
She tends to keep us involved in higher matters just in case we are called in to collect said debts.
Speaking of debts to collect for her, I pointed to Kraft. That guy owes her a baby.
Still got time?
Why would he owe her a baby?
Because he's a fool.
Wait, no. Why do you owe Nick Nevin a baby?
Ichirai steps in and he goes to avoid all like the conversation, shenanigans. He basically like brain dumps all the conversations that he's aware of that we've had with Nick Nevin and the deals that he's aware of that the individual party members have. And I also go Glacia pretty much took her head. If it wasn't her head, she took the head of something that very much resembles Nick Nevin.
Why would Glacia... Why would they even be fighting?
I don't know.
Nick Nevin is the one that... Nick Nevin gave her aid in her fight against the Night Hag to wrestle control of the Six Hells.
If you don't believe the tales that we're telling you, you can easily verify yourself by going to visit Nick Nevin, or perhaps bringing her here.
I have a better idea. How about you all come with me?
No, thank you. I'm not particularly fond of that locale.
Well,
I'll probably step forward and agree to go.
I'd go because I'm kind of interested to know why Mr. Night Guy wasn't in the picture that we got from Luxana to defend Nick Nevin, because he's supposed to be her foot soldier dude.
And Luxana's going to. She doesn't want to stay without Cassius.
Actually, outside metagaming real quickly, Rojan. What's the name of that hag that owed me a favor to help with the let me get the book that would improve my charisma?
Man.
The one that we met when we came across Luxana.
The one that gave you Luxana.
Yeah, she still owes me void stuff too.
That was the one from the Void Dragon, the mother.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I don't know. I have to check and see if I have her name written down. Hold on.
I'm trying to see here.
Since she never visited me in my dreams as she said she would, I assume she died when the plane went poof.
Yeah, same, because, she hasn't taken me to the library yet either.
And she hasn't sent Cassius child support.
That too.
I don't know, the child seems to be supporting itself just fine.
I think it
Say
was...
that again when she's taking your gold.
I think her name was Meredith.
Right,
Sounds right.
We'll just go with it. So you mentioned her name?
Yeah, I asked the hag mother, is there any chance you could tell me if a certain hag is still alive? Meredith from the whatever plane we were on.
Meredith. Yes. She came back to us. We thought her dead for years, but she did mention that she ran into a couple adventurers that helped free her from a prison. Also sprung by Null.
Luxana's gonna get excited at the mention of Meredith.
She's like, wait, are you those adventurers?
Yes.
We are.
Yep.
I lived with her for a long time.
As you see her put her hand to her chest, and she walks over and she embraces Luxana. And Luxana, when you pull her in, you actually expect to smell like rotting flesh or anything like that, but it's almost as if you're in a face full of very fragrant flowers, as she runs her hand through your hair.
Okay, well, I would probably hesitate for a second, but once I smell flowers, be a little bit more comfortable and just kind of hug her back.
She goes, we must go see her. Something is not right.
We must go see Meredith?
Well, I believe Meredith would want to see her daughter. but we, as she points to everyone, must speak to Our Lady. I feel something wrong is going on.
I thought you were gonna say there was disturbance in the force.
Help
Yeah,
us, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I agree. We should go, mainly because I need to talk to Meredith about what she owes me. I think it's been a few weeks, and the next full moon should have been on us by now.
She's like, yes. Okay. Sit around in a circle and join hands.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no objections for me here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sit down, hold hands.
Kumbaya, my lord.
As she takes a seat in the center of all of you and she begins to chant, and you see reality around you begin to melt away. And then you begin to see the crackling, the cracking thunder and the bright, like, purple vortex that is the void shift around you. And you travel for what feels to be hours, only to appear in a small coven chamber. As she hops through her feet, she's like, this way.
I will follow as closely behind her as I can without it being weird and
Now,
uncomfortable.
does this look like the?
It looks nothing like the palace that you were in.
Okay.
This looks like you are underground in what would normally be used as a coven's meeting chambers.
Okay.
I'm
And
going to follow as well.
you as you're walking through, you can see like numerous gazes and glints in the eyes of hags as you're walking by. A couple of them like sort of reach out to you, but the glare from your guide sends them like pulling their hands back, letting them know that you are currently under her protection. And you are led into a large room that has a small circular table in the center, and around it are 5 separate hags with an empty seat near the back left where your guide takes a seat down, and at the head of it is Nick Nevin.
Surprise!
Just like,
I say out loud, you're supposed to be dead.
I saw the demon princess lady take your head.
Excuse me? Who are you to speak to me like this?
Oh, so that never was Nick Nevin, was it?
Bristol, why did you bring these mortals to our coven meeting? And you see the hag Sam, she's like, my apologies, my lady. They have been victims of Null as well. Much like our beloved sister Meredith, who, as she points over to Luxana, is her mother. Well, in a way. She used to be a dragon. I don't know how she turned into a human, but
It's a long story.
But there have been lies being spread about by Null that the princess of the Nine Hells has somehow beheaded you and is trying to use your head for gods know what. And these
Ichirai raises his hand and goes, according to Null, the head of whom we thought was Nick Nevin was being used by Glacia to control hags and garner some magical fount.
Nick Nevin lets out like a bellowing laugh. That's probably the most genius thing Noel's ever done.
You shouldn't compliment him.
To think he actually tricked you into thinking that I could be killed, and that Glacia did it, and for some reason you had to go to hell to save me. And yet you were arrogant enough to think that you would have the power to do so. This is why mortals are his favorite plaything. But as you can see, I am not dead. But let me guess, he told you to eat the fruit, right?
Yeah.
Those were his instructions. Whether we followed them was a different story, but we were on our way to the fruit.
Honestly, I just wanted to see this guy try to eat some, and I point to Necrath.
She looks at you. She's like, "Is he the one? Is he the one?" As she like uses like quotation marks.
What?
You know, there's one in every group. Is that you? Do you press buttons and try on clothing and?
Oh yeah,
open
yeah, that's
chests
him.
and-
He is
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah. There's always one.
It's quite entertaining at times.
Wait, are you the same Nick Nevin?
I have no idea who you are.
Can I kind of mentally share like all of the stuff that I've seen us go through with the other Nevin, kind of like giving like a slideshow?
You try to, but you can tell that her brain is, or her mind is shielded.
Okay.
She goes, well, one, I wouldn't just make straight up deals with you. Two, I wouldn't care if Vecna had control of a realm. I think my hags would actually flourish in something like that. Three, none of you really seem to be important enough for my favor anyway. So, I'll just tell you this, little mortals. You have been conned by one of the biggest con men out there. There is no impending war. My head is still attached to my body. But, yes, if you eat that fruit, you will have your soul separated from your bodies. And then Noel will fully control you.
Thank you.
Pretty much what I was expecting, but, you know, good to have confirmation.
I'll tell you what. I will whisk you right up to where that tree is. But I want you to do something for me.
Well,
Depends on what that is.
I want you to
first.
burn it.
I'm good with starting a fire. I can deal with that.
I want you to set that thing ablaze.
before we agree to this, can I ask Meredith a question?
Meredith's not in there.
Oh, she's not there?
No,
Damn.
Meredith is not in the chamber.
Yeah, I was gonna wait to ask about that until we finish striking a deal.
He goes, if you do that, this little charade of Knolls will end. No more fantasy wars. No more realms in peril from gods taking it over and trying to make mortals think that they're more important than they actually are. No more mind games. No more fantasies about my head being cut off. Everything just goes away. You're free from his grasp. My dear daughter's island is returned to her. And that insipid little gnome loses his grip.
My one concern is, what if he tries to stop us from burning said tree?
If he tries to stop you from burning the tree, kill him.
I would love
The
to, but I-
island is the only place that he is fully mortal. He had to sacrifice a vast majority of his power to grow that tree on that island. If he tries to show up and stop you, that means he's desperate. And if he's desperate, you can take advantage of it. Bonus points if you can kill him.
Would you happen to know if he has any weakness?
Well, if he's mortal, its weaknesses is to, just like you are, stabbing, sharp things, arrows, explosions, spells.
I was hoping for something more concrete. You know, as long as he's mortal.
It's just a matter of getting him on the island.
I'd like to make a request.
Of course you would.
Should we burn this tree, and should he appear,
Then he would be a
I-
damned fool if he appears after the tree is burnt. Because then
Well-
not only would he have to contest with you, he would have to contest with my daughters.
should he try and stop us and we encounter him and defeat him, I don't wish for him to just simply die.
Oh, he won't
I would
die.
like some alone time with him.
Oh. You have a score to settle.
I do.
I'll
A very large score.
I'll tell you what, my dear. Since I love the idea of him getting his comeuppance, you do this for me, and I will ensure that you get your 5 minutes with him. You don't even have to trap him on the island. I'll wrangle his scrawny little ass for you.
Then consider that tree burnt to the ground.
Before we leave, is there any chance I could talk to one of your hags, Meredith?
Oh, yes, yes. She is off in her personal chambers. Gilly, please take these mortals to see Meredith. And you see this little plant-like creature walk out, and it takes it wraps its vine around Elric's hand and it begins leading him out the door.
I politely take my hand out of its grasp and follow it.
And you just see it shrug its shoulders as it continues to lead you down the hall. And you come to a room, and inside you see Meredith sleeping on a bed. Rather peaceful looking from the last time that you saw her. Well rested.
Meredith, good to see you again.
As her eyes flutter open. Just what are you doing here? I thought you lost with everything else in that godforsaken pseudo realm.
No, we managed to get out.
Well, that's good. I take it this is about your payment.
Exactly.
Still want to be more charming?
More charming is always helpful.
She goes, very well. As she walks over and she pulls out this old leather tome book. And she walks over and she hands it to you.
My thanks.
And the title of it is Meeting the Opposite Gender. And it's written in by one of the by a well-known incubus and succubus of the Nine Hells. and it goes into details about how you can charm using your wits and words other than using more physical means of coercion. Or coercion, I should say.
Coercion. An H.
So I'm assuming that this is, for all intents and purposes, a tome of leadership and influence.
Yeah, about.
I mean, I'm talking metagame-wise.
It's going to increase your charisma. It's going to give you another 2 to your charisma score.
That's essentially what a tome of leadership and influence is. So, all right. My thanks. I consider our deal complete.
So at that, I think Cassius is gonna clear his throat, and to get her attention, he's just gonna say, "Before we discuss what you owe me, I have someone here you might want to see." And he's gonna kind of step aside to show that Luxana is there with them.
And she's almost brought to tears when she sees Luxana. And she, like, runs over to her and, like, just embraces her in this tight hug and just, like, kissing her on the top of the head.
Well,
She's
good.
like,
I'm gonna cuddle
my
her.
little baby has grown up.
Sorry. Yeah, it was fun. Cassius made the stupid gnome dude do it.
Well, I guess even something like him has his good days. And what did you need? Oh, yes, the void.
The void.
The way you just said that.
Void.
What do you need from the void? Refresh my memory.
We had agreed to establish a connection between it and myself so I could draw upon its power.
Oh, yeah, that. You dragons and your powers. She goes, well, she walks over to a box and she flips open the top. And she pulls out this, like, metallic black heart. And she hands it to you. She goes, this is a heart of a
What's with
young
the black hearts? This is
young
like,
void dragon.
Oh, jeez.
Consume it, and everything you want to know and more will be yours. You don't have to consume it now. You can wait for however long until you're hungry, if you must.
I know the perfect time.
Oh, and she's like,
I'll
she's
wait.
like, by the way, when you do eat it, be sitting down. It's kind of throws you for a trip.
Good to know. Thank you. Our deal is also now concluded.
Luxana's probably gonna tug at her sleeve and be like, "Now that I'm a peoples, do you have anything for me?"
Now that I'm a peoples.
Yep. Now that I'm a peoples.
yeah, this is a Jerry Lewis movie. You're people, not a person.
She goes, I have this for you. And she leans down, she kisses your forehead. And everyone sees, like, the sheen appear on Luxana's body for a moment. As you gain a natural 2 to your armor class.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
Very
just gonna
nice.
give her a big hug and just kind of like wiggle her around. And that's awesome.
And she's like, I believe my mistress wishes to talk to you before you leave. It's best not to let her stew.
Cool. I like before as we leave, I like whisper to her an apology that the gift she gave me was taken.
What was taken from you?
My interdimensional like planar like super chest.
It's like, where did it go?
It was sacrificed to Null for a favor.
You'll get it back.
Okay.
She just taps your shoulder reassuringly. She's like, trust me. We all have things taken from us because of him.
Alrighty.
We'll get it back.
Cool. I'm like, fine, let's go see the real Nick Nevin. Still very much confused by all the craziness that's going on.
And you go to her, and she's in her personal chambers this time. She smiles. It's like, are we ready to set a tree on fire?
Does her personal chamber look like the one we're used to seeing from the other one?
Nope. It is full. She is sitting on like a natural throne made of twisted roots and vines. And it's just there's like, you see a small natural spring in there, and what seems to be the sound of harps in there, but you can't see what is playing them.
Man, I guess we're ready to set a tree on fire, but I'd be happy to have, about 2 days' time to prepare.
That's...
It's not required, but,
I'd rather you do this now.
In that case, I'll find the time later.
She goes...
You just like twisting the knife, man, don't you?
Make him suffer.
Oh,
Take away his fun.
I'm gonna kick him in his head.
I'm just hoping he's on Hellfire when he dies.
And she just does a little golf clap, and all of you are whisked away. And when you appear, you are standing on the summit of this large mountain, and this beautiful view just stretching for miles on end. You could see above the vortex itself, but what you see past the vortex is blackness, like a void. And on this peak sits a lone peach tree.
Is there a old-looking turtle guarding the tree?
No. There's just a peach tree itself. The fruit sitting there, ripe and ready for the picking. Almost looks rather delicious.
So as we're walking towards the tree or gawking at it or whatever, I whisper to Elric. I whispers to Elric, if Null's been conning us, it's been conning your boss too.
Well, I'm sure he'll have plenty to say to Null when he has his soul in his hands. I'm not muted, am I?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Ichirai is just like, he just kind of shrugs. He's just like, it's like, whatever. I'm just not sure how that whole thing is gonna pan out.
There's the griffin.
All right. Anyone need to prepare?
I figured we would just get within 120 feet and Elric would just blast it.
Yeah, but maybe you want to give yourself some kind of long-term buff.
I don't have any, and I already had a short rest, so I'm good.
I don't know if I can pluck the peach and put it in my bag for like a trade later.
Yeah, well, you're not touching those.
No.
I mean, if you want, you can reach out, but I think the rest of the group may stop you.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
totally. I'm.
If
totally,
I have to hog tie you, you're not touching that.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you plan to grab
Rai
one
is
and
gonna-
eat one right now.
No, I'm not gonna eat it. I just
Well,
want to
then
keep.
no touchy.
Yeah.
I just want to give it to the raccoon.
Yeah, I just want to give it to the raccoon. Here you go.
he will get sit boyed super fast.
All right. Well, the tree's right there. Burn some bitches.
Can I shoot my fire ray at it?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
can we all kind of like
All of
attack
you-
it at once?
Any of you who have like fire abilities, just let it
I
rip.
don't have fire, but I am gonna play the bagpipes.
I'll use my elemental crossbow and I'll fire it. I'll fire at the tree.
Look at those! Look at those 2 Hellfire advantage rolls.
All right.
I
well,
wasn't
it-
gonna use
It
fire.
it
but-
is a tree, so you're going to have advantage because it doesn't move and it doesn't have armor. So
Yeah. I was going to use blight on it.
all right.
At the same
So
time.
all of you just let your spells rip with like the epic battle tunes of a bagpipe in the background. I thought I would never say that in a D&D game. And just all together, the spells collide into this tree, just igniting it in a burst of flames. And as it's on fire, peaches begin to fall from the tree and just shatter. And every time it shatters, a soul is released and it's sent screaming off into the void. The ground beneath you begins to shake as the mountain itself begins to collapse in on itself.
Oh shit.
And you see the sky above you, Cassius, more than anyone, turn that overwhelmingly blackish red color as everyone is consumed by darkness.
We fucked up.
I don't think we did.
You awaken the next day to the sound of seagulls outside of your window. Each of you waking up unsure as to what just happened as you open your windows to see another bountiful day in the city of Ferrisport. And we're going to stop there for today.
That's an interesting ending. Where's our big fight?
All right, so what is Ferrisport again? Coming from someone who hasn't been-
Ferrisport is a city that they visited back in the day when this game first began. It was a prosperous port city that they were going to hitch a ride up to a capital to deliver some goods to a noble that they were originally contacted to. And that is just like off the coast of it was a small temple where Cassius released Zatrat onto the world and met Agrin for the first time. Ferrisport was pretty much the second city that they touched when this campaign started.
Yeah, and we
It also shouldn't exist at the moment. From what I
Yeah.
remember.
It shouldn't exist at the moment because when you guys happen to be in the world that that Vecna took over, that was one of the main necropolises of the world.
Yeah. When we kind of first traveled into that world, that was where we came into, and it was full of like undead and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is going to be fun because Lexana wouldn't know anything about this place either, so it's kind of getting to that point where me not knowing anything about the backstory is still going to be relevant to my roleplay as her character.
Ichirai,
Yes.
you wake up in your room alone.
Oh no.
A sort of almost empty feeling taking over as you begin to question if Iris and Asuna were even real to begin with.
Dude.
Yeah, all I know is that Null is not playing fair here. We're not gonna get our straight up fight until we get through his gauntlet, as far as I can tell.
Does that mean Beauregard is not real either?
Oh no, Beauregard's real. Beauregard was episode 1 or 2. Beauregard is real.
It was episode 2, actually.
Yeah.
It was the first village we ever came across.
Yep. And the first shenanigans the group ever got into.
And the first, like, NPC death, technically.
The first mortal creature we killed, actually.
Yep.
Because everything else we killed before that was undead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, correction, the first mortal creature Cassius killed. The rest of us didn't touch him.
Set a tone for the rest of his life.
And created a meme. But that is gonna do it for us here tonight. You guys get to wait another week to find out where you are and what the hell's going on.
Dude, you suck.
Yeah, I feel.
I mean, I was
so
fully
bad.
expecting us to start next week with this giant fight. But no.
But
I just
no.
Just want to say, Lexana, when you're here, watch out for tall Taurus men.
You can't say that. Your original character from that died.
Yup.
I know, but still.
He'll still recognize our faces, though.
To be fair, we can probably kick his ass at this point fairly handily.
Yeah, probably.
We are the 1%. Remember that.
Alright, but now that I've thrown you guys for a little bit of a loop here, Azarin probably hates me a little bit more. Alicorn, who are you and what do you do here on Twitch?
I'm Alicorn. I am the community manager for Dungeons and Distractions. I play on Sunday nights, Tuesday nights, and soon to be Wednesday nights. And I also stream part-time every once in a while when I have the time. I just started a new job, so that's not very often.
Fox, who are you and what do you do on the internet?
I am HB Fox, and I'm the manager for the Hunter Wild. We have a community-oriented variety cast here on Twitch. We're currently live mostly 7 days a week. We haven't had a schedule in like 2.5 years, which goes against everything we say about streaming on Twitch. But we'll hopefully have one soon.
Ish.
TM.
Azarin, what are you up to on Twitch?
I mean, besides being the emotional punching bag for your twisted, like, story.
Hey, look at this way. You're this group's Lexus.
Dude, I know what happens to Lexus. I'm fucked, bro. It's like, I'm as doomed can be. It's like, if you're even half as bad as Imp is to Lexus, is, you know, I'm done. You know, you might as well just kill me now.
It's okay. Lexana will be there for Eat Your Eye because she's going to be heartbroken as fuck. That was her BFF.
So I'm Azarin. I am kind of sort of a variety streamer. I'm trying to get my stream up, dealing with IRL stuff and whatnots. But Tuesdays I'm here playing my OP Rock'em Sock'em Robot Monk. And apparently I just lost my surrogate daughter, my wife, and my unborn child. So I'm gonna be all kinds of, like, you know,
Drunk.
smash them until they can't be smashed anymore, until we know what the hell's going on in this game.
Groudon.
Hi, I'm Master Groudon, and I'm the stupid little Cambion you all know. I'm a variety streamer. Right now, I've been balancing out between the new patch for Final Fantasy XIV, the Final Fantasy VI nostalgia been having, and been playing a hell of a lot of Monster Hunter World. Love it. Love it. Love it. Don't got it, get it.
And I am Rojan Quest. I'm one of the co-DMs here on Dungeons and Distractions. And on my own stream, I stream about 7 days a week, all for Extra Life. Right now, because I have no self-control and give in to peer pressure way too easily, I am currently playing Monster Hunter World as, on top of Dissidia, Final Fantasy NT and doing a complete series playthrough of the Dragon Age series. But that is who we are. And as always, we go on raids here once we're done streaming, and we're gonna go raid Hunter Wild right now, who is currently doing some. Let me see, is he live? Yeah, okay, he's live. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't sending you guys to a VOD. Currently doing some Monster Hunter World. Not follow.
API error. You misspelled it as.
Yeah, I did.
The Hooner is wild.
Yes, let's go raid the Hooner Wild.
The Hooner.
But if you guys want to join us, click that join button up there, and let's go show them some love. Yeah, spam in his chat. I heard there are dragons in here, and we will catch you guys on Sunday for Blood Moon Adventures. Have a good one, everyone.